Hello and welcome back to Solid. My name is Jake, and man, it is good to be good. It is good to be good. Your Battlehawks are now 3-1 after coming off of a 32-17 dominant victory over the Memphis Showboats. Guys, it is good to be good. They are still at the top of the XFL conference with another divisional game or conference game, whatever the hell you want to call it, coming up next weekend. But today is Monday, April 22nd. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Coming to you today because yesterday, I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't have a voice. I did not have a voice yesterday. You kind of hear that it's still a little bit hoarse. But on Saturday, had the game early, and then I had 3 shows, and then yesterday I just did not have a voice. So forgive me for making sure that you guys didn't happen to listen to some dickhead that just sounds like a gravel voice. You don't want that. Nobody wants. I don't want that. You don't want that. I'm pretty confident. I've been living with this voice for 32 goddamn years, and when it's bad, it's not good. So I'm not saying I'm a hero, but you kind of get it. Anyway, getting into this game, goddamn, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I think the only place to start is with the offense. AJ McCarron continues to impress. Was 35 for 45, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a dumb bad interception. Completion percentage of 78%, a passer rating of 136.8. God, this guy, he just continues to grow. That's the story of the game. That's my biggest takeaway with the offense this game, is that they just continue to grow. They continue to get better and better. They started off kind of shitty in week 1. Yeah, that was actually kind of really shitty in week 1. They didn't start the game until the end of the third quarter. Then it's kind of gotten better. Then the second game, they started getting hot at the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. Then in week 3, they got going real hot, real quick. This game, they just got hot, never let up. They never let up. In a game where they won by 15 points, AJ still threw the ball 45 goddamn times. Threw the ball 45 times, and they ran the ball 21 times. It was terrific. AJ still on his legs. It's just another part of this game that's grown with him. 4 carries for 23 yards. Get out of town, AJ. And he's choosing to do it. I haven't watched the any of the game, like the TV copy of the game. I was at the game, have not watched it again. But what I've heard is that this last play that he did, where he gets the call. I've heard that what I understand is that he gets a call and he's like, you know what, screw that. I'm just gonna run the ball and make them burn their last timeout. And then turns out Showboats didn't call a timeout, and then they just gave up. That team is done. They are done. They ain't winning no more games. The coach gives up. Team's going to give up. They don't give a shit. They're done. They got shut out in the second half of this game, and I'll get to that with the defense. But as far as this offense goes, man, how can you in 4 weeks of the season, in the fourth week of the season, you add another incredibly dominant weapon in Ja'Cour Pearson? Are you kidding me with this? You kidding me with this, you guys? You kidding me with this? Ja'Cour Pearson coming off of the bench, or coming off of being injured. A lot of times you see somebody be injured, and maybe they kind of ease him back in, and that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought they were going to ease Ja'Cour Pearson into this game and kind of have him on a pitch count. No. 10 catches, 70 yards, a touchdown on 10 targets. Catches every goddamn one of them. 33 yards a yak. And that yak is impressive, because the way that this defense is playing with that 2 high look, the two safeties high look, that there was a minute in this game where you could convince me that this Battlehawks team didn't know, like they had blindfolds on and got spun around like they're going to hit a piñata, because they were just running the wrong way. They were catching these balls and then just going backwards. Specifically, Ja'Cour Pearson did it one time, but it's fine for him because the guy's crazy fast. Guy runs a 4.2, 4.8. God, my guy's so fast. Catches a ball, runs like 5 yards back, goes like 10 yards over. It's a big looping thing. Catches a ball, goes 5 yards back, goes 10 yards over. Still gets like 3 yards a yak. The guy's crazy. He's so fast, and he did that in like 2 seconds. The guy's so fast, it's so little. He's so good. What do you do? What are you doing? How do you have that? How do you have that the whole time on the IR and then come back and it just immediately fires? That's crazy. Hakeem Butler had a big day, 8 catches for 61 yards. Darius Shepard, not as big of a day, 3 catches for 27 yards. Marcel Aitman, 3 catches for 23 yards. It was just the Ja'Cour Pearson game. Unfortunately, he had the fumble, which kind of sucks. Not kind of, it really did suck, because that was like one of the only drives that the Battlehawks had that was not productive. Their drives, they went field goal, touchdown, missed field goal, the interception, field goal, punt, touchdown, fumble, touchdown. And that was it. And that was the game. Like they were incredibly efficient. They had 6 scoring drives. That's 55% of their drives are scoring. Anytime you're going over 50, I'm going to be happy with that. They were, buddy, they were hot. They were hot, and it's just how they were so dominant with the ball the entire time. They ran 66 plays. The Showboats ran 39 plays. They ran just 39 plays. They had, 4 3-and-outs and the Levert Hill interception. Their turnover on downs was there was a 6-play drive. They just didn't hold on to the ball at all. What is the what is the difference here in the time of possession? If I can find that time of possession, the Battlehawks had the ball for 38 minutes and 31 seconds. Bad Guys had the ball 21 minutes and 29 seconds. They were crazy efficient with the ball because they just kept taking whatever this defense gave to them. They had, like, if you're looking at it like think of it like the way that the passing breakdown is. A short pass is anything less than 5 yards, medium pass 5 to 14 yards, deep passes 15 yards plus. On short passes, again, Showboats are playing those high safeties, so those short passes are going to be open. But the Battlehawks were 20 for 23 on the short passes. Get out of town. Get out of town. You're going to win. You're going to win if you have anything like that. Medium passes, 13 for 18. The Showboats just didn't have a defense. Man, it's just their defensive line, and then they just had nobody else anywhere else. And then deep passes, the Battlehawks were 2 for 3. What the hell are we doing? What the hell? This offense is just so incredibly dangerous. And they were 4 for 4 in the red zone. There were 4 for every. It's good. It's great. It's good. It is good to be good, man. I don't. That's just with this defense or with this offense. Just the takeaway for this game is how they just continue to get better and better and keep building. And it's hard. It's hard not to continue to get better and better if you just add another guy, another weapon like Ja'Cour Pearson. The running game incredibly solid, and that's because of this offensive line. They're a contender for Cacaw of the Week. They're going to be a contender for Cacaw of the Week, and they're easily a front runner for it. Because 0 sacks the entire game. And keep that in mind, AJ threw the ball 45 times. They had 45 opportunities to get a sack. Not one sack this offensive line let up. And then again, guess what? Another 100-yard rusher. It's just a Jacob Sailors just pops off 103 yards. 15 carries, 103 yards. A.J. McCarron, 4 carries, 23 yards. Wayne Gallman, 2 carries, 7 yards, and a touchdown for him, which, again, neg your running backs, and they're going to score the next week. That's the working theory. That's the working theory. It's going to be a little bit weird for next game because none of the running backs sat this week. Mateo Durant didn't get any carries, so maybe he's getting negged. He only had the one catch for 8 yards. Maybe Mateo Durant is getting negged. But again, going back to the offensive line, this is the 3rd game in a row where the Battlehawks have rushed for over 100 yards. In week 2, Mateo Durant did it himself. In week 3, everybody did it, and it was like a cumulative over 100 yards. And this week, Jake Sailors for 103 yards by himself. It's just an incredibly efficient offense, man. They just continue to get better and better, and you don't know which guy's going to be the one to do it. You just don't. Like, if you gonna play a too high shell to make sure that Ja'Cour Pearson and Hakeem Butler and Marcel Aitman don't get deep? Well, number one, it's not going to work because Ja'Cour Pearson's just going to catch every goddamn thing that's thrown to him. But then you're just going to leave that wide open, leave a soft box wide open for the running game to work. It's crazy. It's kind of baffling. And again, Showboats, bad team, but still, if you're gonna play a bad team, beat them by 15 points. That's good. Yes, it's a bad team, but you beat the hell out of a bad team, and doing that by 15 points and making their head coach quit. That's so funny that he quit. That's so funny that he just didn't call that timeout. That's so good. But going on to the defense, big takeaway for the defense here is that they're getting off the field. third downs, third downs, third downs. The takeaway for the offense is growing. Takeaway for the defense is third downs. In this game, the Showboats were 1 for 8 on third downs. They're 1 for 8 on third downs. That's nuts. Getting off the field turns out great way to make sure that your really thin position groups don't get tired. Like I said, they had 4 3-and-outs. There was the interception. Scoring drives were nothing. Like, they weren't those long, drawn out, like 7-minute, 17-play drives. Their first touchdown. And again, the first half was kind of some boneheaded shit from this defense. Guys were like lining up, not being like protecting their they didn't have the right gap responsibilities and stuff like that. They weren't staying true to that. And then there's one where this whoever the slot corner is that not Askew Henry, I believe is who that is, ends up just running like they're playing man. Showboats put a guy in motion. This Askew Henry just follows this guy and just runs straight into the wide receiver or the linebacker right next to him. They both fall over. It's like Three Stooges kind of dumbass shit, and then there's a 10-yard run. It's just dumb stuff like that. And the Showboats offense was able to take advantage of that. They get 17 points in the first half, and then not another goddamn point. Not another point. Not a single one of them. Their last points they got was a field goal off of a short field from the Battlehawks interception. That was the last points they scored. And if a defense can hold an offense to a field goal on a short field, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. That's terrific. They played really, really well. They did a few things to kind of change it up after halftime. I saw a few times that Carson Wells lined up on the line of scrimmage, like put his hand in the dirt, which is good because he ended up with a sack and a tackle for a loss. What's the dude, the guy, some special teams, Chris Garrett gets a TFL and a strip sack. Where the hell have you been? What the hell? Were you just hiding? You decide he's a linebacker, gets that. What the hell are we doing here? I don't understand that one bit. There's a few injuries. I know what was his name? Cameron Kelly went down for a little bit. I can't remember who it was that came in for him. Because it's the UFL. You're gonna have to forgive me that I don't know the third string safety on the Battlehawks off the top of my head. You're gonna have to forgive me for that. I apologize. Cam Kelly came in because Ben DeLuke is probably done for the season. He goes down. It's a lapse in my mental makeup. I apologize. It's just one of them things that we're gonna have to deal with. But man, defense played well. They got 4 sacks. Travis Feeney got a sack and a half, I believe. Chris Garrett got a sack. Antoine Jackson got a half a sack with Travis Feeney, and then Carson Wells gets a sack. It's a sack, tackle for a loss. I mean, it's just everything's really coming together, which is good, which is really good that they're starting fast, being able to keep the game going. But like I said, throwing the ball when you're up 15 points is a terrific thing. It's so funny that they're able to do that, just take whatever they're getting. But they got another divisional game with the Defenders coming up. I think that's on like Sunday or something like that, another early one. So dumb, so stupid and dumb. But getting this stuff firing right now is a real good situation, as a good thing. Man, just so many new people, like, just breaking out. Jacob Sailors, why? Who? How come? Ja'Cour Pearson, thank you. It's just good. It's just good. The one thing that did kind of scare me a little bit is I noticed, like, it was like the last punt return, I believe it was. Ja'Cour Pearson was in returning it for Darius Shepard, which is kind of frightening. Like, I don't know if Darius Shepard's hurt or got dinged up or something, because Darius Shepard, even not getting that one, not getting that return, still had 173 all-purpose yards, 128 kick return yards. It's good. It's good. Times are good, but that is scary. That he was not in on that. I don't know. That's all I got. I think that's all I got. It was a good game. It was a fun game. It was a little bit scary with the defense in the first half because they were doing some dumb stuff and letting the Showboats kind of move. There was a few I think the Battlehawks were penalized. 6 times? 4 times on offense, 2 times on defense. which, let's see, there was a hold. There was a delay of game. There was another hold. That illegal block is kind of stupid. Then there's a defensive hold and a DPI. I don't know. What are you gonna do? At least they weren't extend, they didn't get any. They didn't allow any third down conversions on those penalties. Which, if you're gonna look at it, if you're gonna try to take away something positive, that's good. Especially given in week 3 when they kept trying to give who the hell the Brahmas first downs on third down penalties. It was very stupid, but they cleaned it up a little bit there. So that's good, man. Nothing but good things to say, at least right now. Everything always seems good the first time you watch it, and then you watch it during the game, you're like, okay, maybe it's not as good. Vice versa, things aren't as bad as they seem to. So we got that going for us. Otherwise, I don't think. Oh yeah, another Becht coaching dumb, stupid. I don't know if he gets it. I don't know if he knows what he's doing. So this was right before halftime. I'm pulling up the drive right now. Okay. Okay. So I probably shouldn't talk with my shirt in my mouth. Battlehawks get the ball on their own 35-yard line with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. We're in a 2-minute drill. Battlehawks have all 3 timeouts. Starts with a AJ with a short pass. AJ with another short pass. They now have the ball. Why are the dogs barking this much? There cannot possibly be anything that important. They now have the ball on their own 47-yard line. They just use a timeout. They have the ball on their own 47-yard line. They get another big pass, 24-yard pass to Ja'Cour Pearson, and then AJ goes up and spikes the ball and just absolutely wastes it down. And I hope AJ's not the one that would think that that's a good idea to waste that. Like, you have 2 timeouts. And then after that, it's 2 incomplete passes. One to Jake Sailors and one to Hakeem Butler. And then the Battlehawks kick a field goal. It's like, well, why are we going into halftime with our timeouts? Why are we doing that? Why not use a timeout instead of spiking the ball and give yourself another shot? That was a really dumb, boneheaded thing that we did there. And I just don't understand what Anthony Becht thinks about his own level of aggressiveness. Does he think that he's doing a good job in these 2-minute drills? Because that's kind of the dipshittery that I think is going to end up costing this team a game or two. Is just his absolute mind-boggling cowardice. Is that the right way? This was not cowardice. This was just stupid for him to not call a timeout. I don't know. That's where I'm at with this. So I'm always going to find something that he does stupid and aggravating. But I think that's it. That's what I got. Yeah, I talked offense. Talked the big takeaway was the team's developing. Talked defense. Their big takeaways that third downs. The biggest thing in this game is just their way that they held the Showboats. They had 2 quarterbacks come in. That Case Cookis got absolutely wrecked. He got taken out of the game. And then Troy Williams came in. Both of their quarterbacks combined 12 for 21, for 60 yards. If you can hold the team that's down 15 points to 60 yards passing, that's great. That's truly they had. And then they had 67 yards rushing. 127 yards total to the Battlehawks 355. Just a dominant game is really all you can say. It's very, very fun watch. But I will be back with you guys later on this week with a recap, some awards. Gotta say that call of the week's looking like it's going to the offensive line. Of the week, I'm gonna have to do some thinking. I'm gonna have to do some thinking and some watching to see if anybody did something dumb. I know last week it went to Darius Shepard for not blocking very well. Maybe there'll be something like that. Maybe I'm hoping that I just have an easy one. Like I can just easy watch, but oh, that guy was stupid. He gets dumb guy of the week. I'm very excited to hear the hot mics on this one. True, that's gonna be good. But anyway, I will be back later on this week with a recap of week 4 and a bird's eye preview for week 5. That Sunday game against the DC Defenders. We got rest, which is good. The game's on Sunday. Just played a game on Saturday. Get a couple days of rest. Gotta love that. But anyway, I'm going to rest my vocal cords even more. I will catch you guys later. Go Battlehawks. Go Iron Birds. Cacaw. Anything you want to say. Just shout words, and people will be like, yeah, that's a Battlehawks cheer right there. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you later.